This is Scott Becker at the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We're thrilled to be with you today. We've got a quote today that we're going to use as a takeoff for the discussion. And this is the concept that despair is the failure of imagination. So this text from a brilliant thinker was shared with me as a context for a potential episode. And I love the episode. I mean, there's all of us go through periods of time where we're in despair or a little bit down. It could be for a variety of reasons. For me, it happens sometimes when I don't have enough sleep or I'm too bored with stuff and I need, some energy to kick in. Then I go in this vicious cycle of I overdo coffee, I sleep worse, and I feel more down. But this concept, despair is the failure of imagination. I love this concept as a way of looking at those different categories of your life, because if you're in despair, this idea that what you're really doing is failing to think about what you could do better or how you could do better or how you could feel better. We're also a big fan of this Dan Sullivan concept. Dan Sullivan's the leader of something called Strategic Coach. I love his thinking. I don't necessarily love the workshops, but I love his thinking. And he often says a lot of life is who, not how. So if you're in despair, who do you talk to? Who's the therapist you talk to? Who's the executive coach you talk to? Who's your partner you talk to? Who's your spouse, your friend, whatever it might be? Who is it that you could talk to? But this concept of despair is a failure of imagination. I love that concept that rather than despair, think and create. And obviously, many of us are more thoughtful, more creative when we're in good spirits, but binding ourselves and getting ourselves out of that despair by starting to look at what else can we do? Where else can we go? What else can we do with the business? What else can we do with life? I think it's one of these beautiful concepts. So again, the concept is despair is the failure of imagination and lack of imagination. I love this quote. I'm so thankful for the listener for sending the quote. Brilliant, brilliant person. Is one of my favorite people in the world. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us today on the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. One of the great concepts. Thank you very, very much.